What up, everybody? I'm Jack Slater, aka the Comic Outlaw. Yeah. Oh man, I'm back, baby. Damn, it feels so good, so fresh and so clean. If you know what I'm saying. Anyways, the main man here is doing a review again, a movie review. And just like it said, you can't keep a good villain down. Well, let's rock and roll, shall we? Oof. Check this out. Madness in the method. And believe me, I know a thing or two about madness. Now, this madness in the method, check it out right here. That way you can get a full look and appreciate what I'm going to say. Now, this method movie was directed by Jason Mewes. If you don't know who Jason Mewes is, back in the day there was a team called Jay and Silent Bob, a director named Kevin Smith. He made a plethora of good movies that's worth watching from the View Askew universe. This movie's slightly different. This movie, Jason Mewes, Jay from Jay and Silent Bob, actually directs. And why some people are surprised, if you know the background on Jason Mewes, Jason had a rough time with drugs. He had to go through rehab. He actually ended up staying sober. He has a show with Kevin Smith, a podcast. I love Kevin Smith's movies. I'm just going to throw that on the table. I like Jason Mewes as an actor. I've seen him in other independent movies, but I found this one interesting because he directed this one. And I'm going to get this out of the way first. The movie's worth seeing, but there's a lot of like guerrilla directing, like a lot of handheld directing, but it's not that bad. It actually adds to the element of the movie. It gives you like a live idea on what's going on. So I just want to get that out of the way. Now, this movie has all kinds of cameos. Everyone from like Vinnie Jones. Vinnie Jones played a Bullet Tony or Bullet Tooth Tony in a Snatch. He does a lot of villain roles. Great actor. I mean, Danny Trujillo's in this movie. You have all kinds of different people in this movie. You have Brian O'Halloran. I never get that right. He was actually Dante in Clerks. Danny Trejo, oh my god, this guy plays a wonderful part. Crazy as hell. And this has the last appearance from the great Stan Lee. Take that in for a moment. The last appearance from the man himself. The Metatron, if you will, of the comic universe. This movie is freaking cool. All right, let me give you a quick synopsis. I don't want to like reveal everything because I do want you to watch this movie. But and it was Jason's idea when he was talking to the director to make this like an alternate reality. That way they can have more fun with it. But anyway, Jason Mewes is playing Jason Mewes, and he's going through audition after audition after audition, trying to do something seriously, trying to play like a rogue cop or like a bad guy, or something different from like the stoner kind of vibe that he's been playing for the last like 10, 20 years. So he keeps getting rejected and rejected. And at this point, he's doing live shows with Kevin Smith, like they do in real life. This is like art imitating life. And he wants to do more. Kevin tells him about a book. I'm not going to say which actor, because that's half the fun with him getting the book. This book teaches you how to be a method actor. It teaches you how to get into your parts so much you can't get out. Kevin Smith, it was originally offered to him. He decided to say fuck it and not do it. He kind of just and forgot about it, but he turns Jason onto it. And Jason, through happenstance, ends up getting the book, and all hell breaks loose from there. Now, Brian O'Halloran, I think that's that right. He plays Dante. He is, in this world, a top director, which you could tell is an alternate world because and he's making this big movie, and Jason wants to be part of it, and he, won't consider him because this is a very serious role. So Jason starts using this book, and through this book, he ends up becoming a better actor in some ways, but he also ends up having to kill to keep this book. And by accident, just one thing just keeps happening after another, after another, after another. And that's why I like Vinny in this movie. He sort of plays his sidekick, which is very interesting. And Danny Trejo just kind of plays a real fucked up Yoda in a pink dress. Yeah. Yeah. It's just crazy. This movie is worth watching. There's actually an argument between Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes towards the end of the movie, which is very raw if you watch it. And if you have paid attention a lot through the different years of their friendship, it's kind of personal. And I wonder if that scene was really raw or not. It's an argument they have. So, like I said, this movie is worth watching. You know that it's fiction, but there's certain parts where you sit there and you're like, damn, I wonder if something actually really slipped out or not. But like I said, this movie is wonderful. It has different people. Like, it has a lot of cameos in it, like Judd Nelson, the guy from The Breakfast Club. You don't know what The Breakfast Club is? Look that shit up. Anyways, this movie, I was surprised when I bought it. I was surprised in how good it was. And it's actually like you could tell it's in the vein of View Askew. I mean, Jason Mewes did learn a lot from Kevin Smith, so it sort of has that flavor, but it is completely unique. Jason Mewes does a wonderful job in this movie. I had my reservations about whether or not he could carry the movie and direct at the same time, but he did a wonderful job. I mean, Kevin Smith is a great actor in this movie. Kevin Smith has this ability to like be loved by people, or like when he can turn it on, he can just be an unbelievable fucking prick. And I like to see more Kevin Smith playing the prick. Maybe in a different movie, a cameo somewhere, but damn, he does a great job of doing that. You could tell they had fun making the movie, and like I would like to see another Jason Mewes directed movie. It was very interesting, and I like how like they did it in an alternate reality where they were able to do certain things that they normally wouldn't do. So it's kind of a wink at the View Askew fans, and it's kind of a tribute, sort of. It's very interesting. Like I said, I would recommend this movie. It has a lot of laughs, a lot of unexpected laughs. You won't even know that you're laughing. I mean, they just creep up on you. And that's what a good comedy does. Now, some of the scenes, there's some violent scenes in it too that you're just like, wow. And just when you think it's going to go one way, it goes and it swerves a completely other way. And I'm going to say this now, the one thing you're going to hear, I'm not supposed to be here today. You're going to hear that a lot. But that's part of the joke. Like I said, this movie, like, I like movies that kind of make fun of themselves a little bit. After all these years, like, they've been doing all these movies. It's kind of nice that this movie just kind of vents that out. And yeah, this movie, I've watched this movie again and again. I've been wanting to do like a Jason Mewes, Kevin Smith thing, so I decided I'd start with this one instead of just the usual movies that people start with, because everyone starts with Clerks or Mallrats or Dogma or Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back or Reboot, or even Chasing Amy, Jersey Girl. I could sit here, I could list Kevin Smith's movies off all day. Red State, Tusk, even that yoga movie, Yoga Hosers. That movie was just wasn't for me, but it wasn't made for me. So, but this movie was definitely made for me. This is the Outlaws cup of tea right here. I love the movie. I love Jason getting a little dark side with it, And it's just worth watching. If you love the View Askew universe, you've grew up listening to the podcast, watching Comic Book Man, watching these movies, you will not be disappointed. It is worth your time. I recommend this movie, Madness in the Method. Check it out. I love this movie, and I will be doing a few more Kevin Smith movies here and there. Kevin Smith, Jason Mewes, because I might want to do a few movies that he did by himself. There's a few out there. And yeah. Anyways, this is Jack Slater with another movie review. And as always, I'll catch you on the flip side. Yeah.